Chat, we're here. We're doing it. Late stream. Late stream. I'm sleepy as hell. But we gotta be out here. We gotta. But no, I'm all cozy, dude. Like I took a shower, put on some PJs, put on a nice sweater, and we're gonna be reading, chat. This is gonna be that, like, the content that you listen to fall asleep to, right? Oh, wait. You turn on the levert. The vertical. But yeah, no, we got a snack haul. Little snacks before stream because I'm hungry, even though I already ate dinner. So we got a little ice cream sandwich deal, right? Little ice cream bar with crunchy bits in it. We got young Gatorade. Gotta keep those electrolytes up. We got not one, but 2 slices of cold Costco pizza. And then, of course, we got Old Reliable. The water bottle. Yeah, I should probably eat that ice cream now before it melts. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, chat. How's y'all's day been? Y'all been good? I need to straighten it. But, like, my beard is looking immaculate, dude. Yes, sir. Check this shit bussin' on God for real. Like, it's, you know, one of those ice cream bars that has, like, the ice cream in the middle and the hard chocolate shell. But then it has little bits of a crunch bar in the chocolate shell. Kind of goes crazy, if you ask me. Mm. Mm. It's starting to fall apart on me, chat. I'm sorry y'all had to witness that, but that was diabolical. And you know, I just watched a video on, like, actual actionable stream tips, right? To make your streams better. And guys said, yeah, no, go actually watch the first 15 minutes of your stream. And I can tell you for a fucking fact that that is like the worst. This is gonna be the first 15 minutes of my stream. Just me eating ice cream. But like, look. Those little things are like 300 calories, bro. I gotta put on the gains somehow. Like, shit. I weigh like 110 pounds, bro. Gotta get up there. You know, I'm gonna actually put on some weight for once. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. But yeah, the plan for today is we read Homestuck. And that's about it. Yeah, read for a couple hours and then probably go to bed. Then edit the shorts from this stream tomorrow. Because I don't have to start getting ready until like 3. I know that it's like bad manners to eat on stream, but dog, there is not enough time in the day to get the amount of calories in me that I need in order to gain weight if I'm streaming, right? So I have to eat on stream. Like on my drive home from work, I had like 2 large fries from McDonald's, bro. And I'm still hungry. Dude, how is Costco pizza like this good for like $12 a pie? It's ridiculous. Like literally $1.50 a slice, brother? And don't even get me started on the hot dogs. I can't even have hot dogs anymore, but like, holy dude. They've kept that shit at $1.50 for literally longer than I've been alive. That's like dedication right there. Alright, I'm gonna finish off this slice and then we can get into it. Man, I was supposed to start the stream like an hour ago, but I just felt icky after work, so I went to go take a shower. And man, dude, I've unlocked the tech. So there is a concept for those of y'all who aren't in the know called a full shower, right? Where like, you know, you do all the stuff you do in like the normal shower, right? Then also like you shave your legs, you know, you pluck your eyebrows, you do this, you do that, like all the hygiene shit, right? All of it at the same time in the same shower. And that gets you like feeling extra clean. And then like when you pair it with your when you just cleaned your sheets, bro, put that shit on your shit, and then you had the PJs in the same wash, you put on the fresh PJs after the full shower, brother, divine. But no, I have found a middle ground between full shower and normal shower. So usually what I do, a little insight into Ninja's daily routine, is in the morning I wash my face and my beard, right? And they're like, this is hair too. You gotta wash this, right? For those of you out there who have beards and don't wash that shit, you nasty. Period. Like, anyway, so Luis, how's it going, brother? How we doing? So, the tech that I have unlocked is that if you wash your beard in the shower instead of like first thing in the morning, it feels more like a full shower and you feel cleaner without having to do the whole full shower routine, right? And that's why I tried today. And dog, I feel phenomenal. Like I got so many nice scents going on. I can smell, you know, the Irish Spring. I can smell the beard wash. I can smell, you know, my deodorant. Like, I be smelling good. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so last where we left off, John just connected to Rose, and this was the irrevocable misstep that these kids took that changed the course of their. Well, I mean, I guess. Well, this is spoilers, but they were already going to make this choice anyway because they existed. So I guess that it didn't like doom them, but this was like the point of no return where like the timeline like split. Talking over it to see if that, you know. Hunter, how's it going? Did I? Oh, I did not update the category. I'm so sorry. However, there was a Yu-Gi-Oh stream earlier this week There was a Yu-Gi-Oh stream. That's why the category's that. But no, we're just reading. Yes, there's a VOD. We were playing Genesis, and I was playing like Lunalight. Well, learning it. But yeah, no more Yu-Gi-Oh content. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Select. Okay. Grist cache. Now, what could we ever need this for? Arthur's note from Andrew Hussey themselves. Let's go. Oh. So, for those of you who have never read Homestuck before and are being dropped in to this for the first time, TT is the abbreviation of like a username, who is an entirely different person than this. The game of Spurb, which John and Rose are now playing, is kind of like The Sims, but in real life. It is a strange game to describe without spoiling the comic. But that's basically what it is. It's like The Sims meets like real life, and then also inevitably it infects your timeline with apocalypse. And then yes, of course, Rose has to put the chest in the worst possible spot ever, on the roof. Whoa, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls. Is that my magic chest on the roof now? Yes. Frowny face. I will try to be more careful next time. John, get the card. Wait. Whoa. Green Slimer. Blue Slimer. Was that always there? I keep seeing things in this comic that I've read before, right? I read this when it was coming out when I was young. And I'm like, was I just stupid? Was I just like, actually like, did I not notice anything? Because that's not the color that John's shirt is supposed to be. You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Sylladex. You can now opt for either stack or queue modus anytime. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon. Add start in 30 seconds, chat. Sub or go to the other platforms. I don't care. It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof, or all the shit you threw out your window for that matter. TT, select stuff in yard and move it back into room. Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all the stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me? I'll give it a shot. Thanks. No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it's too far away from you, the, quote, player. TT, select John. You cannot select a player. John abjures this meddlesome cursor. So this also implies that John can, like, see the cursor, which is a UI element on someone else's computer, right? Rose, like, where does Rose live? Because I know Dave lives in Texas. Jade lives out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, like on an island in the South Pacific, I guess. So then where does Rose live? Because I know that John lives in California. TT, select the bunny. Put the bunny back in the box. And for those of you who are not in the know, this is a bunny from Con Air, the poster in the background. It is a Nicolas Cage film where the daughter figure in the movie has a stuffed bunny. That's the same bunny. Nicolas Cage tells a terrorist to put the bunny back in the box at some point in the movie. They have now recreated the bit. TT, revised room. Oh wait, it moved the posters too. Wait. I thought they would, like, snap them to the closest wall, but it just... That's kind of strange, I guess. Man, like, the more that I reread this comic, the more that I'm noticing, like, half this shit don't even make sense. Well, I mean, granted. Granted, this Homestuck is one of the most batshit insane properties that I have ever seen. Ever. TT, open paraphernalia registry. TT, deploy totem lathe. Very important piece of technology. Very important. John examined totem lathe. You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it looks neat. It is very neat. This is very important. TT, open grist cache. How the fuck does John have build grist before entry? Do you start with build grist? I mean, I guess you have to. Because, like, the base totem is 1 build grist, right? I'm, like, 90% certain. At least that's what it is in Tablestuck. It seems expanding the dimensions of your home cost us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game. Okay, wow. What do they do? I think it's up to you to find out. I'm thinking of a number. God, I hate that brainworm so much. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently. How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun. I don't think you can as the client. You will need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I am running both on my computer right now. What? Did you get another envelope in the mail? No. Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you will be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Chat, she is so woefully unaware. Are you sure you didn't get it? Oh man, I think I might know where it is. Now, last stream we saw an extra envelope underneath the box inside of Dad's car. I think it is now dawning on John that that was the server disk. Yup. Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the range of the cursor and I can reach the items. Which you threw out the window for some reason? Good idea. What have you been doing all afternoon anyways? Ugh. I was fussing with my first slur of the comic. Mind you, this is written in 2009. It shows. But yeah, we're just not going to say those words. We are going to replace them with perfectly serviceable words. I was fussing with my stupid Siladex, but I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use? I like to use trees. No, that sounds so awkward. It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they're elegant. John, stand in corner. TT, deploy Cruxtruder. TT, deploy Alchemitor. Wait, was that punch designate like for Shale? No, that isn't Shale. Shale's like... I'm trying to remember what color Shale is. Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Yes. 2 more large gizmos. Sweet. What's with all these big contraptions? If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate some sort of system involving punch card-based alchemy. Now, where did you see the word alchemy? Well, I mean, I guess alchemitor. That's like the base word of it, okay. Okay. Still not beating the seer allegations, though. That's all I'm going to say. Huh? To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in this game? That remains to be seen. That's something. Maybe you should go investigate? Maybe I'm just schizophrenic. Oh, yes. The best social media. Serious business. Correct. Efficable, even. You grab the PDA, switching back to stack modus, so it's readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. Very important distinction, chat. Harlequins are not clowns, and vice versa. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe. You guess the performing arts must be pretty serious business after all. John, install Pester Chum. Superior chat client. Better than Discord. 10 out of 10. This should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on your chums while you wander around the house. John, go out to the balcony. Hey, I'm out on the balcony now. I'm messaging from my dad's PDA. The one you threw in the yard? No, I am telling you. It jumped out of my Siladex like a frightened weasel. Can confirm. It did in fact do as such. What were you doing with it in the first place? I'm not sensing a lot of regard for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself? What? No. Those were all accidents. Please take your psycho blabbery elsewhere, miss. Your bathroom is a mess. What did you do? Did you do that too? Oh man. See, this isn't cool. All this snooping nonsense. There's a cake in the toilet. Yes, there is. I'm tempted to clean it up for you. Okay. If that will satisfy your weird... OCD complex, then go ahead. My obsessive compulsive disorder complex. Can a disorder also be a complex? In your case, probably. Sounds complicated. Anyway, I'm going to have a look at this enormous platformy thing you put on my balcony. John examined Alchemeter in a cautious manner. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you just decide to stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. John, look through telescope. It is a clear, sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report, at least not beyond the walls of your own home. TT, grab the soiled toilet. Whoops. Oh wait, and it costs a build grist to move that? Nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate? No, I have it under control. You keep playing with your telescope. John, investigate. Well, at least he now has a bigger hammer. I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go and look at the Cruxtruder? The what? The thing I put in your living room. You jump down to the utility room. Get sledgehammer and card. Wait. Well, I guess that makes sense. You know, I guess you put it in like the strife specibus and then capture log it. And then it puts it into your stripes. Yeah, okay. You take the sledgehammer and the capture log card, combine the two, and quickly apply it to your strife specibus. You think it's cool that things don't have to be a federal fucking issue. It looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. John, answer chum. GG. John, did you get my package? Oh, hey. No, not yet. Darn, are you sure? It was in a green box. Oh, yes, but it's in my dad's car, and he's still out at the store. He should be back soon. Great. So what are you up to today? I'm up to my neck in the spurb stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house. Lol, what's spurb? Jade. Jade. Come on. You know what spurb is. You of all people should know what spurb is. Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring it out. Whoa, what was that? What was what? There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion. Wow, really? I'll go look outside. I will go outside and look. Oh man, alright, but be careful, okay? I will. John, might as well check out the Cruxtruder. This big thing. That is useful like exactly once. Oh, hell no. You put this thing in the front door? There's a door there? Yeah? I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely into that groove. You mean you thought it was elegant? Oh well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there? Yep, tearing out the bathtub along with the toilet. A class act, Miss Lalonde. Beautiful. Gorgeous. 10 out of 10. Oh, fuck. I'm telling you. This comic keeps up, like, holds up to this day as being funny. Like, this comic is so funny. John examined wheel on the Cruxtruder. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid, but you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. TT, put bathtub in driveway. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted. John, scold TT. You can see me, right? Tell me what is wrong with this picture. Sorry, I keep losing wireless signal. Must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening. Yeah, I hear you. Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love, and support. Quite a road to hoe there. Though I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services about your situation. I know. What about going outside? Maybe you could catch a neighbor's signal? That presents the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember? And dark. It's dark already? Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved to has moved on to younger time zones. Okay. John hit Crookstruder with the sledgehammer. Honestly, I think that's the best idea that John has had all day. If I'm going to keep it a stack. If I'm going to keep it a buck. Need some help? TT, pick up sledgehammer. Oh, yes. The seizure ball. We love the seizure ball in this house. Oop, the number. Magic number. You saw it. 413. What is this thing? And what is that clock counting down to? I've been looking at the game fact walkthroughs to figure out some of this stuff out. Hold on while I read further. All of the walkthroughs are all of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress further than this point. Weird. Well, I mean, it is a new game. True. Now that the lid is off, you'll need to extrude some cruxite. John, turn wheel again. You extrude one cruxite dowel. John, get cruxite. I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John, oh, your PTA is trapped under the cruxite now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you're going to need this card too. TT, deploy pre-punch card. John, get card. And then, yep. Yeah, I don't think that there's a better way for him to have done that. I mean, like, you could have swapped it the other way around. Yeah, no, you could have done first in, last out. Well, no, the orange one. Picked up the pre-punch card, and then the dowel, then the pre-punch card. So it's at the bottom, slots 4 and 5. And then the PDA is in slot 1, and that probably would have been better. But I'm backseating John fucking Egbert. That's crazy. John capture log fanciful harlequins. Like, you take 2 fanciful harlequins. The additional useless freight pushes your PDA to the last card. You can then switch to your cube modus to access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck. Ah yes, my favorite language. Gibberish. Or are y'all ready for, like, the most obnoxious thing on the planet? This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something. That is probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horribly written. Okay. Well, you're the one with the cursor. So just do whatever you think is right. You think is the right thing to do. Also, fix my bathroom. The fact that Rose, like, basically demolished the entire bathroom. Like, took out the toilet. And then proceeded to think that it was a good idea to take out the tub. That's the entire bathroom. Like, what? Are you going to take his sink too? That's the entire tub, bro. TT dropped maimed Harley Quinn into Colonel Sprite. Yep. And so it begins. Harley Quinn is one of the better songs on the like earlier albums of Homestuck. Harley Quinn's really good. It's just very simple. And then now he is... Wait. Beware the man that speaks in hands. I don't think that they were talking about Gaster. I think they were talking about the seizure demon that is pre-prototyped Colonel Sprite. I still can't understand this thing's gobbledygook. Rock remix, early Homestuck beat, true and real. Mixility, how's it going? What's poppin'? That was only, quote, tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to prototyping process, which, for all we know, merely advances this entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics. The clock is ticking. We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery. This unmitigated poppycock, extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thing. The alchemeter. Try to learn the lingo. The Bowman banging out the tunes, true and real. The fact that, like, okay. Rose is the only one who has actually seen the proper names of these machines. And she is telling John, hey, learn this shit. By me telling you. Even though I don't think that she said all the names of the machines yet. Is just incredible. There's no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the alchemeter. The Colonel Sprite followed you upstairs. Thank God it is not a seizure demon on still frames. Oh my God. TT Explore Athenium. Acquiring a Cruxite dowel seems to have populated the Athenium with one item, a perfectly generic object. John, Capsulog Telescope. Sometimes I really do forget how utterly stupid early John is. Like, holy shit. I know that it's like for comedic effect or whatever, but like, dog. How? Well, okay, also to be fair, he's like, what, 13? So he's his 13th birthday. That's the whole premise of the comic. I mean, I guess. You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows? It might be useful, but more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite dowel to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard, over your neighbor's fence. Womp womp. John put Cruxite dowel on weird pattern on alchemeter. You place the Cruxite dowel on the alchemeter's small pedestal. Something is happening. Wait a minute. Hussy, you're being inconsistent. How come Seizure Goblin, but no Seizure Goblin? If you're going to give me a seizure, I want to have a seizure 24/7. On every panel, there should be a pulsating, flashing, multicolored, kernel sprite watermarked over the entire image. Every single panel. As God intended. No, I want it over every image. You set the alchemeter to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice that there's something in the sky. John, switch modus and use telescope to inspect the sky. You switch back to stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the kernel sprite seems particularly agitated about it. And here it is. The meteor. Remember how I said earlier, chat, that they have caused the end of the world? This is the end of the world. A meteor cannon will strike your house at any moment if you pirate any games. You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspicious. I can't talk today. But its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. John, high five kernel sprite. You figure you've left it hanging long enough. John, attempt to ingest a unit of build grist. It's tempting because they strongly resemble rock and blue raspberry gushers. However, units of build grist are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that it will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on build grist. TT revise bathroom. You know what? I take it all back. I take it all back. I forgot that you could just do that. With Dante that. Holy crap. They know. The Twitch people, they know. What can I say? They know. There has to be like some sort of like, SEO optimization thing that now connects like Nicolas Cage and like Dante Bosco and Will Smith. Like there has to be some marketer out there who's like, dog, why the fuck are all these people looking up Con Air in like 2009? Ah, yes. The cake shitter. John, run to your room and contact TT through Pester Chum. 2 chums have been trying to message you. 2 of them. Answer Chum. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house. I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game? I don't know, maybe. What do? I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable. Wow, fascinating. If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed. Try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says that you can use the card on it, but isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it is a labor to read this drivel. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar. While it blows spit bubbles in a high chair, I think I will write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die. That's true. That's real. Chat, if you don't like the current documentation for something, just write your own. Just do it. Who's stopping you? Who's stopping you? Think about it. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you, in my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beatery sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Jesus Christ, John's Blue is so hard to read on that background. I don't know what it is. Like, with Roses, it's fine. But then I look at, like, Dave's versus John's, it's like, oh my god. Oh man, the bunny was awesome. But I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Suburban. It's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house. It was not made for dark mode. Okay, wait, hold up. Settings. Unfortunately, chat, I'm gonna try. Yep, that's so much better. Oh my god. Might switch to dark mode for like Act 5. Because, you know, thematic and all that shit. But like, wait, actually, okay. Because like the colors that would really be hard to read in dark mode are like Aradia Tavros, maybe Solix. I don't think Nepeta or Kanaya are particularly bad. Eridan and Gamzee are going to be bad on dark mode. That is going to be a given. I would say that's like half of the troll cast. So no, I think we're just going to keep it on light mode. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, that's true. No, like I read this shit when I was like, I think honestly, like I think I started reading when I was like 14, if I'm remembering. Which, for reference, I'm 28. I'm a whole ass adult. I pay rent. I pay for my healthcare. Like when the title says Fandom Veteran, yeah, I've been here for a minute. I was here when Cascade dropped. Like, huh. Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horse shit altogether. And now there's a meteor coming. I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky, heading right for my house. I'm imagining John filming a Mr. Beast intro. Yeah, I remember the walkarounds, dude. That was a day. You know, being able to say I was there when Cascade dropped is kind of like, yo, that's kind of crazy. But no, I can only imagine John making like a Mr. Beast style video. It's like, guys, if I don't enter the medium within the next 5 minutes, 3 minutes, we're going to send a meteor right at my house. Ah. You know, circle, red arrow, thumbnail type shit. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the earth isn't blown up. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, I had work that day, so I could not watch it live. But I got a big spike in like Twitter people talking about Homestuck on that day, and it was really nice to see. It just like warms my heart. Like the size of Texas or just Rhode Island. They're always throwing around those geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale. Like it really means anything to us. But it's like, it doesn't matter if it's always like, wow, it's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh, yeah? How big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh, shit. Or, how big is it? It's the size of New York, sir. Oh, shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is just the size of your mom's dick. Oh, snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah. Oh, how the something triggered my iPad's Siri in that monologue for some reason. Where was I? Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah. Well, it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. The Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh, shit. Anyway, later. I love the dialogue in some of these early pages. You slip the pre-punch card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above, the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you need something to lathe. John, take Cruxite to totem lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Cruxite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway, leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in the hallway. Yes, we're taking out the cake. We're putting it on the slime pogo. And then we are putting the broken toilet back on the fixed floor. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. Gorgeous even. The perfect crime. You retrieved the Cruxite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. John, use Cruxite dowel on totem lathe. You clamp the Cruxite dowel to the lathe. Activate the lathe. Now you get this little squiggly face thing. Beautiful. Give it to your mom on Mother's Day. The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem lathe. Alright, I use the lathe to make this blue shapy thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemitor. Wait, no. He doesn't say alchemitor, he says alchemixer. Hello? ×2 drop tub combo. And now John, oh no. Oh no, chat, John is locked in this room. Wait, is that really how it transitions? No preamble? It's just hard cut John to Rose. And she's staring right at me. Man, Rose is one of my favorite characters in the whole comic. I'm not gonna lie. Would I put Rose higher than Dave? When I was a kid, Dave was like my favorite of the beta kids. But now I might put Rose above Dave as my favorite beta kid. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed the link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to reestablish a connection somehow. This young lady is named... It's on the tip of my tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Enter name. Flighty Broad. No, that wasn't it. One more time. Rose Lalonde. Examine room. Your name is Rose. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity, although your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. She writes yaoi. She writes doomed yaoi. Doomed wizard yaoi. No, that's Roxy. Never mind. I'm old. Don't mind me. You enjoy creative writing. Wait, no, I already read that. You have a fondness for the bestially strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess. And on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Oh wait, that's right. No, Rose definitely writes doomed wizard yaoi. Because, like, literally we see some of her yaoi. Like, that unlocked, like, a memory. This comic is so fucking long. Like, all the memories, like, mixed together inside of my brain. Rose, retrieve arms from the purple box. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Rose, writhe like a flagellum and puke on your bed. Ugh, what a terrible idea. That thought alone makes you sick to your stomach, and hence the puking on your bed. Rose, why do I make myself laugh? Rose, stroke writing journal and mutter, my precious. You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only, because they are filled with wizard yaoi. Rose, get violin. You capsulog the violin, storing it in the root of your Silodex. Rose, play a haunting refrain on the violin. Beautiful. Fantastic. You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. John, tell Liv Tyler you love her before impact. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness for dear, sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father. Then she would fall into the arms for... Excuse me. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Rose, capsulog knitting supply bag. You know, I think we're going to take a quick break. Just a teensy break. I have to use the restroom. And I will be right back. All right, we're back. We are so back. But no, chat, if I could ask just one thing of you, and you know what it's going to be, just follow the stream. Let me make the pitch, right? So usually how the stream goes is I play, a couple hours of like, usually it's a trading card game or like a visual novel. And then recently I've been like adding on an extra hour to the stream of just reading Homestuck every stream. And we are going to read it until it is done. And then we'll probably move on to Beyond Canon, because I haven't read it. I also might read the epilogues, because like I've listened to a plot summary, but I've never actually read Meat and Candy, if I'm gonna be honest. Mixolity, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. But yeah, no, never read Meat and Candy. Never read either. I know, I gotta. But like, when I found out that the epilogues were a thing, right? I was like, oh, there's a physical copy. Let me go buy the physical copy of the epilogues. Because it's like not a webcomic. It's like, an actual whole ass text. And I'm like, oh, this is out of print. How much is it? Oh. And yeah. But no, I'll probably read the epilogues like in my own time. Like between now and when eventually we finish Homestuck. And then we'll just jump into Beyond Canon. That's probably the plan. But, also for all the stuff that people have missed, the VODs are on the YouTube channel. Oh, God. My arms are destroyed. I started working out recently. Like within the past like month or so. Well, really, it's like, okay. So I started working out in like September. Gotta put yourself through the more, as that is Act 6. Act 6. Don't deprive yourself of superior epilogues. Yeah, that's true. But no, so I started working out in like September. Like seriously working out. And then I went to a big tournament in Florida. At the beginning of October. And then guess what? I caught con crud. Even though I was taking, like emergency every day, I didn't take zinc, which was the problem. So then when I got home, I started taking zinc. And that helped a lot. But like I was out for like 2 weeks. A good 2 weeks. So like basically all of October. I think like I picked back up on October 29th. And then I've been working out 4 times a week ever since. But I went like super crazy yesterday with like my arms and chest and holy crap. I'm just sore. I'll probably go for another like 40 minutes here. And then we'll call it. Rose capsule log knitting supply bag. I should probably turn off music. You get the knitting supply bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin. Per the Tree Modus's alphabetical sorting method, K is less than V. Rose, look out window. The mausoleum. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below, and the mausoleum housing your dead cat Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least that's how you have come to interpret the gesture in respect. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house, perhaps if you sneak to higher ground. Rose, get laptop. You take the laptop and prepare for your journey through the house. L is less than V, L is greater than K. There we go. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Siladex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root guard, while the other two items compromise the leaves. K is less than L, V is greater than K. Greater than L. There we go. Rose examined book on desk. Grimoire for the Summoning of Zoologically Dubious. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. Rose, take book. You take the grimoire. G is less than L, G is less than K. Rose, go explore the house. You leave your bedroom. Hanging next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there is no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in your house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You will have to watch your every step. Rose, tiptoe to the observatory. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. Rose, sneak by. Did you see it? She's watching. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. Rose, go through door. The door opens to the exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend. Rose, hurry up that observatory. Rose, try to reconnect. And then everything falls on the floor. Gorgeous. You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. Rose, see what you can observe. That's a lot of meteors, chat. That's a lot of meteors. You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteorites is streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting. Rose, stack laptop on grimoire to maximize elevation. You'll need every advantage you can get. Rose, access laboratory Wi-Fi network. There are several signals just being broadcast. There are several signals being broadcast from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John. 40 seconds left. I'm back. Hurry up and open my door. Not that it even matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what. Patience. You still haven't used the new totem. I believe it will create an item on the punch card. So what is it? Like an apple or something? What good will that even do? We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the content on the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as a eggy looking thing. Do we even have enough of those building jewels to make it? According to the Fandom, it is a free item. This speaks to its importance in my view. Now off you go. Rose, remove door from its hinges. There goes the rest of your build grist. Rose, put bathtub back. You probably should have done this in the first place. John, take totem to alchemeter. Seizure goblins back. Got to get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all of this. Rose, remove blocks. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Fernalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. My brain always read this as paraphernalia, but that's just straight wrong. Tree, apple. John, take bite of apple. You know what? Actually, I think we're going to end it after this flash. Because that seems like a good place to end it at. The end of Act 1. All right, chat. That is the end of Act 1. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. I really do appreciate it. Next stream, I think, is gonna be Saturday morning. Like, probably like noon to like 3, noon to 4, maybe. But yeah. Thanks for coming out, guys. Really do appreciate it. Follow the stream if you haven't already. Follow the social media. And yeah. I'm out.